Alright, hello and welcome everybody. As always, my name is Conman to another episode of Heroes A to Z. Today we are checking out the second of the Bs, and we're going to finish off the top row of the hero select screen. We're playing with the Butcher. The Butcher is a high damage melee assassin. He can be a little bit squishy because he doesn't have a whole lot of escapability. He's definitely more of a late game hero, and let's talk about why that is. So, for starters, his trait is fresh meat. It's a quest. So the way it works is, nearby minions, as you can see from the tooltip here, drop 1 fresh meat. Heroes will drop 5 fresh meat when they die. This will stack up to 125. Every time you pick up this meat, you gain 1 attack damage. You could gain up to 125 meat, but you'll drop 10 meat every time you die. So every time you cap your quest out here, you get 125. You're going to gain an additional 100 attack damage and 25% attack speed, and you no longer lose it. So the whole point of the Butcher playstyle is to kind of play conservatively early in the game, build up your meat stacks as quickly as possible, and then you'll really go to town. Let's see what this looks like. Let's go and just at level 20 here, even though we got no stacks. We'll kill some minions. There you go. That little red dot, that was the meat. Like that, and you don't have to, it's kind of like a healing globe. Just kind of be in range. So let's see what the difference between no meat and meat does. So this is I'm at level 20. Keep in mind, level 21 actually. So with no meat, we're gonna do that's actually a pretty substantial amount. You're gonna get 1.11 attacks per second. If I complete the quests, suddenly I'm hitting much more quickly, and I'm doing almost 550 per shot. So that's a pretty big deal. Pretty solid thing. You also see as soon as you cap the quest off, his weapon will glow, so everybody knows when you've actually completed your quests. You can call out with the alt ping, like how many stacks of meat that you have. So anyway, the whole point in the early game, you're gonna want to kind of play conservatively, kind of farm up minions and gather up as much meat as you can. Once you have 125 charges of meat, you can kind of go around and delete people and just take care of them, and hopefully we'll get to see that when we get into the game. Then his abilities. So, hamstring. You deal damage, it's a skill shot. You deal damage in a straight line, slow enemies for 50%. The Butcher's next basic attack will strike immediately. So you can hit him there. We'll toggle cooldowns. It will slow, but what you'll see if I go like that, I'll immediately smack again. So if you're in somebody's face and then hamstring them, you'll hit them again right away. You'll get some bonus damage, and you will slow them down. Alright. Next ability, Butcher's Brand. You deal a little bit of damage, not too much, and you brand them for 4 seconds. And this is, you can see by the circle, very, very close range. This is definitely a melee ability. The Butcher's basic attacks against them will heal him for 75% of the damage done. And basic attacks against branded heroes heal for double, and extend the duration of brand by 0.5 seconds. So I'm going to show you. Let's go and take some damage from this boss here. Hopefully Malfurion doesn't come and heal me. He's gonna do it anyway. But I'm gonna brand this dummy. Look at that. I'm already at full. I mean, that's untalented. That is untalented. There's nothing there. And that so it's the point is you can heal yourself back to full. You got a lot of self-sustain in terms of health with the Butcher. Of course, that helps when you've got your meat stacks capped out. But you can drop this on an enemy minion and just go chop chop, kill the minion, and get a big chunk of health. If you can get this off on a hero, that's it's going to be a solid difference. And one of the reasons why you can stand toe to toe with most heroes, as long as you don't get CC'd. CC is really going to be your downfall. Speaking of CC, let's take a look at Ruthless Charge, which is his E ability. 15-second cooldown. Charge at an enemy, becoming unstoppable and gaining movement speed. If we get to the target, it stuns them for a second and takes a chunk of damage. So let's see how this works. It's got a very long range. Apparently, there we go. And I hit them. Now I can cancel this early. So for example, the Butcher will actually follow them for a fairly wide radius, larger than just this. He'll follow them for longer than this if the enemy starts to run away before he finally will disengage in his zone. But you can cancel this mid-charge. For example, if the enemy is going to run into their walls or into their base and that's going to be a bad spot, you can kind of cancel it early. It'll still blow the cooldown, but it will keep you alive. That being said,
Choose a
we're
talent.
just going to pick some talents
Choose a
and we'll show
talent.
you the ults real
Choose a
quick.
talent.
First off,
Choose a
Furnace
talent.
Blast. Furnace Blast, small radius around him, you cast it, and then once it, kind of a quick wind up, boom. You can cast this while charging. So for example, let's start to charge. You cast Furnace Blast, you stun him, and then kaboom. So you can Furnace Blast and then charge into the enemy group. Let's see if I can, kind of like that. Imagine that was a group of heroes. 75% or 75 mana cost on that. 60-second cooldown. It's tough to hit. When it does hit, it's a pretty substantial chunk of damage. So again, you can cast it while charging, so something to keep in mind. Other than that, his other talent, and again, this is probably the one that's picked a little bit more in competitive play, and it really adds to the delete ability of the hero, is Lamb to the Slaughter. You throw a hitching post that attaches to the nearest enemy hero after 1 second. So if they're quick, they're able to avoid this. It deals a little bit of damage straight away, but it causes them to be chained to the post and silenced for 3 seconds. So let's see. Is Arthas going to come back here? He's going to get killed before I get a chance to do anything. So I'm just going to do it on the target dummy.
Choose a talent.
So there we go, and it hitches onto them. Now, if this guy was trying to run away, what you'll see most often is you get hit by the dummy, you get hit by the chain rather, the enemy tries to run away and just they go bounce back and forth between the chain and there they are, and they're silent, so they can't cast any abilities, they can't do anything. We're going to do an Arthas right here. Alright, now he's silenced. If he was running, it would pull him back. There, just like that. There we go. And he's silenced, he's stuck, he can't cast any abilities to save himself, and he's going to get hurt. So what you can do as Butcher is you can charge in. As soon as you stun them, you drop the hitching post, and then you just go to town and you delete people. So that's Butcher in a heartbeat. So he's got a decent chunk of health at 20. He's going to feel squishier than he is, just for the fact if you do get CC'd, you don't have any quick escape abilities. You can charge an enemy minion if they're nearby. You can slow people, but you do have to get in their face in order to cause a lot of damage. But the thing is, if you can build your stacks up, you can do a whole ton of damage in a really, really short period of time. So what you'll see during the playthrough is as I go through the game, through the first half of the game, maybe I'll try to get some picks on people as I can, but really what I'm primarily doing is just running around. I'm going to farm up some fresh meat stacks and try to build that ability up as quickly as possible, because that is really when the Butcher shines, is once this gets stacked up. If you're really lucky, or if I'm really lucky I should say, I'm going to get some easy to kill heroes, maybe like the Vikings. Maybe I'll get something like a Murky, where you can go through and you can pretty much delete Murky outright, as long as he doesn't have his bubble up, and that's going to be 5 meat for the stack. Every Viking is going to be 5 meat, so that'll help build up the stacks pretty quickly. Let's see what we got. We've got the game about to start. So we got a Varied, we got a Chromie. I like this combination with a good Malfurion healer, and I like the comp we got going on. Assuming that we got a lot of damage, lots of damage. Assuming the Varian goes taunt, that can really be bad news. So I was hoping for a 3-lane map. The reason for a 3-lane map is more minions. I can cycle and just go up and down all 3 lanes, pick up all the minions. You can still do it on Braxis, but it does take a little bit longer. You do have to be a little bit more cautious. We got a 4-man group on the enemy team, so they've got some long-range damage. Chromie is a very, very squishy target if I can get to her. I do have to watch out for Time Trap. At 13, she'll get bye-bye, and if she sees me coming, she can get the heck out of the way before it hits her. Gazul I have to be careful about, so I can kill him, but he's going to have a lot of turrets up, and that's going to do damage. Same with Tracer. It's hard for me to stay within melee range of Tracer. I get the stun off if I'm lucky, and then that's kind of how that goes. So she'll port out of the way. So let's take level 1 talent. I usually go Abattoir. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but what it does is decreases the amount of fresh meat lost on death from 10 to 5, which is good. So it is quick match. So if I do get killed, I won't lose quite as much meat. And then if I do, or when I do, hopefully I do, when I complete the quest, what happens here is even though the minions stop dropping fresh meat, the heroes continue to drop meat, and that will I can stack this up for just increased bonus damage. Every time I get a kill, excuse me, I will get 5 more damage. It looks like the entire team is gonna go bottom. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So you'll see me, I'm going to cycle up and down through the beginning stages of this game. I'm going to want to stay safe. I don't see anybody else here, so the chances are the enemy team decided to all go top, which would not be too much of a surprise. They were a 4-man group, so I also expect them to be coordinated compared to us. So it's another reason why I'm going to want to be careful. There it goes. I saw somebody show up in the mini-map. Yeah, I want to be careful because of Chromie. Chromie can kill me pretty quickly.
Excellent.
Pick that up. Thank you very much. I would love to get to that 5 meat stack. It is just too close to them to do anything about it, to their side of the map. Somebody needs to go top. I'm going to go top here, partly because of the meat. Partly, actually, I'm going to come back. Yeah, I'm going to go top. Go top. Otherwise, we're going to get out XP'd pretty substantially, and we don't need that. That's the other thing that you got to watch out for. I'm just going to have to play it safe with Alarak. And I miss with the hamstring, so that's... See, I do a pretty solid chunk of damage even at level 1, but I don't have any real meat stacks yet, so he's going to be able to just poke me. He's going to be able to do that. I do have to be careful. I'm going to tap the well. Now with Varian here, that makes it a different story, and I can do a bit of a hard engage.
Oh dear. The beacons are energizing. You have to control them.
And once my meat stacks get a little bit higher, I'm going to have less of a problem with Alarak. Once he blows his silence,
The beacons have activated.
then he'll be in trouble.
Them. Please let this work.
There's the brand on the minion just to get some health. Alarak's going to do that. I really can't do much. And he missed his stun, or missed his silence, I should say. Just get this. And you saw what I did here. He missed his silence. I was able to brand him and heal myself past him. You just get slowed. Stay over there. I want to stay in XP range, pick up some meat. That's fine. I'm fine with this. I'm just going to zone him out. He's going to get the experience, which is fine. I'm going to back off the charge because that's going to bring me into turret range. Even though I had some minions, I just didn't trust it. I'm going to stay here. Oh, if I had that up. Here we go. Gets the kill. I'm going to take the meat. I will take some damage. But what I will do is just go grab this regen globe and come back. Now, it's pretty good. We're 3 minutes in. I'm at 40 stacks. We've got the top on lockdown. We got to watch out for the cycle. I don't see them on the mini map, so I do want to be careful for the cycle. I'm going to heal up a little bit over here. I don't know where the enemy team is. I'm worried they're going to come up to my end. I see Chromie down there, which means one of them at least is still on bottom. There's Alarak again. He missed his charge. I'm going to throw the brand on him. So that's fine with me. I can be silenced. I don't need to cast abilities to kill him. He's going to get away. But I will reclaim the top point. Take that. We're just going to go back up here. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. And he's going to get away. Now, that's fine. I am fine with this.
Excellent.
Now the enemy team comes back up, and now I need to back off. But we won the first point pretty decisively, which is quite alright. I've got 45 meat stacks, which I'm okay with. I'm going to take Insatiable Blade at level 7. We'll talk about the talents at the end of the game. I'm going to get Time Trap. That's no good. There is a bunch of meat there that I would like. I'm going to pick up much as I can. Thanks very much. The enemy team, I really can't get in there to push. I'm really risking it. Because I can't stand there and unload. Chromie will definitely light me up. I'm just going to try and stay out here. do what I can. I mean, what do we got? 4-on-1. Hopefully, if they're all dealing with this, maybe I can just distract them. Alright. With the Zerg starting to go down, I do need to back off a little bit. Do have to be careful. We're pushing pretty hard bottom. I don't know if we're going to get that fort. It would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen. Alright.
Zerg threat eliminated.
Oh, thank goodness.
Karazim got lucky. Was able to port away just in time. One more second, he probably would have gone down, which would have been 5 more meat for me. I don't think he wants to come back in here and engage. Otherwise, I'd be okay with it. Again, enemy team is nowhere on the mini-map. I don't... Okay, so 2 of them went down bottom. We're going to charge up again. He's going to get away. Looks like they took one of the camps. That's okay. I accidentally hit my charge on the minion. Now I'm a little low on mana, and that's the other problem. I'm gonna go and tap the well. Come right back. Am I gonna get him? Gonna get him. Gonna take that. Run. Gonna take a shot to the face, but run away. Now, normally I'd be cycling up and down. Our team seems to be doing pretty well on the bottom. I don't see them push back to their side. I've got 75 stacks of meat right now. And counting. I want to kill this merc. Oh, gotta watch out for that. I'm gonna take lamb to the slaughter. Alright, so now I took lamb. He's gonna get away. Now I gotta watch out. Here's what's gonna happen. The minion's gonna kill me. I heal off the merc. Yep.
There! The beacons! Capture them!
So I need to bail out. I'm gonna bail out over here. That's what happened was I probably could have killed Gazlo. He had to tear it up. I was in the middle of all of the minions. It was not a good look for me. I would have gotten myself picked off. Would have lost some meat. Wouldn't have been good. I'm gonna come back now. I'm gonna go back top. We've got bottom on lockdown. Variant's coming up. So with the 2 of us, we may be able to pick Gazlo off. Here I go. I don't know. Here comes Varian. I'm gonna get the stun. There's the slow, and there's the kill. All right, very good. So we've got the top. I'm gonna go work on this. Probably putting myself in danger by eating all of these Gazlo turret shots. Did want the meat though. All right. I'll brand one of these minions and get healed back up. So now you can see I'm doing a bit more damage already. I'm at 93 stacks. Well, the team know what I'm at, just so they know that I'm in good shape. Team just took the top, or the bottom fort rather, so that's good. So we're doing fine. We got a 2-level lead. I hit the regen globe. What I'm waiting for is 13. I'm going to get cleave for my ability, and what that will do, I'll be able to make quick work of merc camps, and they'll be able to pick up a bunch of mercs in between these. I can almost, once I get the meat filled up, I can almost tank the boss myself with Butcher's Brand, which is super nice as well. Here we go, 84. Alright, well, I didn't really need to blow land with the slaughter. But it's fine, it's a kill, I'll take it. Chromie's the only one alive. I know where Chromie is. She may not realize that I'm there yet. Nope, I need to back off. I'm gonna get hit. Yep, and I did. That's okay. Misplayed that a little bit. I'm just gonna go back here, bring these minions closer to my side of the base. I'm gonna tap the well. If Chromie wants to engage, like she, one-on-one, she can't do anything to me. I'm gonna get time trapped though. The enemy team, the enemy team is going to win before I even get my meat stacks up. How about this? Chromie's just eating me up, which is fine. I'm fine with what's going on right here. Here we go. 100 meat stacks, 125. We're gonna win. Chromie can do whatever she wants. I don't even know. That's fine. Well, good job. That was a 10-minute game. Well, who's gonna get variant MVP probably? Rainer.
MVP.
Solid call. Yep, he got all his stats. Give him some boats. So, interesting game. Very, very quick. Didn't quite get to show off Butcher as well as I would have liked, although I was kind of unmolested in building up the meat stacks. I completed it just at the very end. Let's talk about the talents, and I can talk about what I would have taken once this thing loads. Alright, almost level 12, so that's kind of nice. Alright, we'll go talents here. So we didn't quite get to 16. So level 1, I took, like I said, abattoir, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm not even going to try. Decreases the amount of fresh meat lost on death from 10 to 5. Didn't get to show it up, didn't get killed, so that's good. That's good, always good as a butcher not to get killed. Had I gotten any kills right at the end of the game, when I picked up the 125, I would have just got extra bonus damage on top of it. I take it just to kind of build, especially in Quickmatch, as I build up, just to do, you know, just in case, essentially. Maybe in a competitive game you might want to take something else. I don't know how many kills you expect to build up on top of it. You know, there is a talent, I forget the name here, at level 1 for hamstring, where if you hit a hero, half the mana cost is refunded, and, you know, like, it reduces the cooldown. So that's useful. That's probably a better bet. I do like this at level 1 though, at least for quick matches. Level 4 increases the length of hamstring by 40%. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think that just, you know, more slow is good. Level 7, Insatiable Blade. Butcher's Brand increases the healing from 75 to 100% of physical damage dealt, so basically full damage. Against a hero, you can basically heal yourself back up right away. And while facing the branded enemy, the Butcher's movement speed is increased. So this makes it easier once you get in somebody's range, you drop the brand on them, you heal yourself back up, but as they walk away and try to get out of range, your movement speed is increased by 20%, so you're keeping pace and kind of pick them off for the kill. Level 10, Lamb to the Slaughter. I only used it twice. Both times I did get the kill, I believe. Both are on Gazlo. You kind of saw what happened. He had nowhere to go. He was... I think maybe the first time I didn't even get the kill, actually. I take that back. But either way, you saw kind of what happened. He was stuck for those 3 seconds. You know, if you've got a full meat, a full set of meat stack going on, a little bit of CC, you know, without anything going on, you're going to get the kill right here. It's you know, full to delete in just a few seconds. So I like this one. I like this one a lot. I think it's more consistent than Furnace Blast. 13 is Cleaver. Basic attacks deal 35% of the Butcher's basic attack damage. 35% doesn't seem like too much, except when you consider, you know, at max stacks, you saw what I was doing in the try mode. At level 20, it was like 550. So, I mean, that's still a pretty significant amount. You know, you can easily chew through Merc camps with that. Minion waves are going to be no problem. Merc camps are going to be no problem. I would have been able to tear through Merc camps very quickly just because of all the splash damage there. So, I kind of go with Cleaver. Level 16 is a different one. There is I forget what it's called, Enraged, I believe. So essentially, what it is, when you're below 50% health, which can certainly happen with Butcher, taking damage will cause you to become enraged. That's why I think it's called Enraged, if I remember correctly. So what'll happen is you'll gain extra attack speed, you'll gain armor. So there is a cooldown on it of 25 or 30 seconds, but you run up on somebody, you know, you'll get the bonus attack speed, and then immediately brand them and heal yourself back up, and you'll take less damage to boot. It's a pretty critical skill, you know, pretty cool, pretty tough thing to do, to kill you. Level 20, you got a couple of different choices. There's a bonus to Lambda the Slaughter, which will, chain multiple heroes, so that can be good in an engage if you can get a couple of heroes all in one shot. He gets a Bolt to the Storm at 20, and that can be useful for escapes or even engages, as the case may be. He does get a version of Nexus Blades, so you can do even more damage at level 20. I'm not really sure what I would have taken here, just because we were going so quickly. It was kind of a tough game to judge against. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. You have an idea of what Butcher can do. He can do a whole lot of damage. He can definitely delete people. Let me know what you think. Only an 11-minute game. We really didn't get a chance to kind of show off too much. Let's look at the stats. A lot of the damage that Butcher does is fairly surgical in a way, because you focus it all on one hero, all in one shot. As you can see, I got 3 kills at only 16,000 hero damage. And that's really just because I didn't get a lot of splash damage. I didn't get cleave till the very end. And then you just focus it on that one guy, and they goes down. I did get a lot of siege damage though, comparatively, just because I was just up in that top lane by myself, kind of holding my own, for 90% of the game. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. This concludes the Bs. We're going up to the Cs here, going into the second row. I think Cassia is next. Yes, Cassia next. Chen. We might do something later on for Cho'Gall, so we can, I got to tap a friend in here so we can play with the 2 of those. But we get some interesting choices coming up on the next set. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think. You know the deal. I'll drop the build in the description. Take care.